Hi guys, today's project I'm going to use one of the older cartridges and I'm going to use Home Decor. The reason for that is I received a birthday card. Now I don't normally recycle cards, it's not really my thing, but this particular card had such a pretty pattern on the front and it just reminded me of one of my cartridges and I couldn't remember what it was, and I had to hunt on my Gypsy and I found it on the Home Decor. So I've got these colours here which are from the Coordinations Super Assortment Pack, which is this one here, and there's loads of gorgeous colours in here. Now I'm not actually going to be using the core of this Coordinations, I just thought that those particular colours really matched in with the card, so I'll show you that. So this is the card, and as you can see I've started to put it together. All I've done is I've taken one of the pieces of coordination card and I've cut it in half to make a 6x6 base, which is this greeny aqua colour. Then I took this sort of lilac-y pink, it is sort of on that sort of bluey type pink, and I made a matte because that picked up these colours in here, which I don't know if you can see so strongly on here. So I've done that with the matte, and then this is the card front that I had already, and as you can see it's a beautiful piece of card and I just couldn't resist that, and it's got that lovely shine on it. And then on the inside, which also gives this back piece a little bit of extra strength, because I find sometimes if you put too much on the front with the coordinations it's not as strong as some to make a card base, so giving this extra matte in the back here just puts that extra bit of strength and a little bit of something in the middle there as well. I may stamp something or put some sort of sentiment in there, but at the moment I'm leaving that blank, and the next thing we're going to go to do is cut out our images. So let me just show you what I've done with my Gypsy. Okay, so here's the images on the Gypsy. Now of course you don't have to do these on the Gypsy, it's just that I really love using my Gypsy, but you could go straight onto your Cricut and use the Home Decor cartridge. And these images here are the branches, which are this one here, and it's shift, and the little bird is that one there, and there are no shift layers for the bird on that one, well that I could find anyway. Okay, now the sizing that I've done that on, because this is a 6x6 card, I've taken the inside card down 1/4 inch and then slightly smaller for the next layer. So the size that I've done the branch, I wanted to overlap all the layers, so I've done that at 3.71, so you could probably do that at 3.75, that would be fine. Then you've got the extra shadow layer. Now this layer is the colour that you do your flowers in. Let me just show you that zoomed in. Come on, move. Okay, so that's the layer that you do the flowers, because what you're going to, the layer that you're going to cut is the branch with no flowers. So whatever colour you want your flowers is what you cut this layer in. And then over here we've got the branch, so we'll do that in another colour. As I say, I'm not going to necessarily do it in branch colour, but anyway. Then we've got my bird, which is here, so we'll just do that in, I think, probably the pink, but I'm going to try and keep it quite neutral. Okay, so with the bird, I couldn't see any layers, but I'm quite happy anyway. We'll see how that cuts out. I would have thought there should have been a layer, so I'm going to have another little look, because it seems a bit strange that it hasn't got some sort of base layer, because that would be kind of hollow there. So I'm going to have another look in case I'm missing that. I just had a quick look, and there is a blackout feature for the bird. It still has that sort of gap there, but I think what it does is just fill in the eye, etc., so it gives it a bit more something. There's also a shadow feature which is basically the same as this, but it goes slightly in so you get an outline, and I think that's the one I'm going to use. And also the bird, it is 2.18, so again I think if you're using it straight on your Cricut you would easily get away at doing that at 2.25. So I'm going to go and put my shadow feature onto my Gypsy and then go across to the Cricut to cut that out. Okay, so here we are at the Cricut machine, and this is my expression, and I've laid up my mat like so, with 2 pieces of pink and 2 different types of green, because I wanted a slightly darker green, but it's still, as you can see, still shaded in nicely with the other one. So that's ready to go in. So I'm just going to get my Gypsy and load the paper and cut out. Okay, so let's just unload the mat and then take it all back to the table and put this card together. Okay, so as you can see, I've put those together now. Now what I realised when I put it together is that I don't know if there was some different layers or whether they weren't meant to be layers, but when you had the pink layer, which I thought would go underneath and this branch of green would go on top, it was going straight through the flowers, so what I had to do in the end was cut off the little flowers and just place them. It wasn't a huge problem, but it was just a point to note that that didn't seem to quite work correctly. The rest of it seems to be fine. That's all come together lovely, little bird. So now I'm just going to put this onto the actual card, and I just put this together using my zig, so I'm going to use my glue gel to put this together. So I've just got, let's see if it's working, my syringe of glue gel. Pop this to one side a minute and then put my little blobs. Oops. I've got a little, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put little blobs of glue gel along the branch, put a little bit more on the flower, build that up a bit, and on the leaves. I can't really think how you'd be able to do this with foam pads or anything. I can't really see that working. And then I'll have my little tool ready to get rid of any excess glue gel once I put it down. But hopefully it won't be too bad. Don't squash it. Okay, so then just getting the tweezers, grab hold of that, move this across and place that, I think I want it something like there. Actually, that's just fine. That glue gel's. So that's worked just fine. Now I'm going to get my little bird. I'll just pop this to one side again while I glue gel my bird. Whoops. So I'm just putting him in my tweezers ready. Plenty on, because I want it a little bit taller if possible than the actual branch. There we go. Put that to one side. Grab my glue gel. Now I'm just going to hover this in the position that I want it to be. So we want his little feet on the branch, you see, but I don't want his little tail hanging off the end. So I think there should be about right. Perfect. My lucky day today, I think. Okay, so then I might just slightly twist him. That's better. And just lift the beak up. There we go. Right, so I'm going to let that set, and then I'll come back to you in a minute when that's set enough. It's about 15 minutes for it to set, just enough for me to carry on working, so I'll give that time, because then I want to just add some gems in the centre of my flowers and one in his eye. Okay, so I'll see you again in a minute. Okay, so that's set now, so I'm just going to put the last little bit on, which is a few gems in the middle of the flowers and in the eye of the bird. So I've got these lovely aqua coloured gems, so we'll just pop those in. And I'll just decide which size. I think I want this size here, so it's not too tiny. I want to give it a bit of lift. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. I don't know what gems these are. I don't even know where I've got them. Let's have a look at the name. Lush, it says. Oh, they're Mind's Eye. I think these might have come from Mel in Canada. Sent me them, but I might have got them myself. But Anyway, wherever I got them from, they're absolutely lovely. So I'm just using the point of my blade just to pick up the gems, because that just helps position them. And it makes it easier taking them off as well. And then lastly, for the eye, I'm just going to go one size down. Oops, and I just dropped that one on the floor. Get that one in a minute. Oh, 2 dropped on the floor. We're having luck there. And we'll just put that one in the centre of the eye there. Okay. So there you go, guys. That's today's card. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. And I'd love to see your comments. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.